mind you, it wasn't what's it called? It wasn't Russ that really got it done for you to really cover that. It was his backup.
Ripon, whatever it was. Yeah, that was sick, dude. We we cleaned up, man. And I did on Sunday, like the 1:00 slate was really good to me. So yeah, that was great. That was fun. That it's very hard to do that. So when we are able to clean up, you gotta let the people know, hey, we're giving out some winners here.
Yeah, of course, bro. You got to pat yourself on the back every so often, right?
It's hard work, man. I mean, someone's got to do it, right?
Right. We're here to put money in people's pockets and entertain them a little bit along the way,
Of course, dude. That's why you got those fresh ass glasses on now, dude.
Bro, not as great as your sweater over there.
How cool is that? Santa turning a double play? I mean,
bro,
that's not holiday. I don't know what is.
Bro, that's legit.
Dude, Santa just fucking 4-6-3 double play right there. Nasty.
Bro, I love it. I love it.
With the matching UVs though? Come on, dude. It's all premeditated.
Bro, your outfits are always on point for the show.
Yeah, as a chubby dude, you got to have good style. You know what I'm saying? Got to be dressed right.
Dressed to impress, bro. Dressed to impress.
Absolutely. All right, so what do we got here? We got what do we do? We got to
we got Thursday night, we got Saturday night, we got Sunday. Yeah. We got we got Saturday back. I love Saturday football, bro.
Isn't that cool?
I love Saturday football. I think Saturday football is great.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't even think there was. I was looking at the schedule and I was like, holy shit, on Saturday we're playing. So they got a bunch of games. And then how cool is it Christmas Eve too? We'll get there next week, but Christmas Eve is going to be a good game. And I know we were talking about this before the show. It's going to be Eagles Cowboys, which is going to be cool.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one. I mean, Eagles have been killing it. Hard to really say that they're Super Bowl hopefuls, really. I don't know, man. They're killing it right now. It's hard to really take them off their pedestal at this point.
Oh, I mean, there's plenty of people that are doing it. I mean, AKA Micah Parsons, that schmuck, right?
Right. That's true.
Bro can't even cover. He can't even cover RPOs, bro. I don't know what you're talking about.
That's true. So let's start on the Thursday night game, right? We have 49ers, we have Seahawks. Divisional game, short week. They're kind of banged up. Who are you taking there?
So the legend of Brock Purdy continues, right? Great story. It's cool to see him in the spot that he's in after 2 starting quarterbacks go down. Deebo Samuel goes down. It looked like I saw in reports it said 3-ish weeks. So he's not going to apparently be done for the entire season, which is good news because everyone wants to see Deebo play. But bro, you know what you should stop doing? Sorry, this is a quick side note. Stop running Deebo Samuels between the tackles. He's a wide receiver, bro. Why are you running him between the tackles? He gets his knee twisted up. Don't do that. You got plenty of other weapons. So that's a discussion for something else. But Seattle's defense is going to have a really tough time, dude. Even with Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy just handed Tom Brady his 3rd largest loss in his career. That's the guy's first career start. So Seahawks giving up the 3rd most points in the NFL, over 25 points per game. Even worse, 31 points in their last 3 games. Not a good recipe when you're going up against a top 8 scoring offense. So in short, I mean, I got a whole list of things. Seattle's 5-3 against the spread. San Francisco, when they're having to cover 3.5 points, hitting at almost 70%, 9 out of 13 games. So give this guy Brock Purdy another week to prepare, man. I got that -3.5. I'll lay the points here at plus money, plus 100.
Oh, it's plus 100. Sorry about that little typo there, but that's beautiful.
Good, dude.
But that's beautiful. I really, like you said, a team that's been absolutely dominating. Imagine dominating the GOAT. Granted, he's, 43, 44. The offense is not the same, yada, yada, yada. But still Tom Brady. Not many people can go ahead and dominate him the way, the 49ers did. As far as me, what I got for this Thursday night, I got to say, what's up, Jesse? Appreciate you joining us for
what's up?
Episode. So yeah, I mean, as far as this Thursday night game, I'm gonna go with where is it? I'm gonna take the under 43 points here. I know it's kind of crazy considering these two teams combined just put up 59 points, in their last week between the two of them. But divisional game, short week. Both teams a little bit banged up. Brock Purdy's kind of banged up in his own right. Like you said, Deebo Samuel not going to be out there. That's one less guy for Purdy to really get in the mix. And we know how bad the Seahawks run defense is. The worst in the league. They should be able to just keep the ball on the ground with Christian McCaffrey and their backup, I think, is Mason as well. They should be able to just hand the ball off, play great defense like they did last week. Their defense should feast against the Seahawks offensive line. Their running backs are banged up. I know Kenneth Walker is actually going to be back this week, but you can't expect him to be at 100% really at this time, going up against a nasty defense in the 49ers. The backups have done absolutely nothing. Travis Homer and I think Tony Jones, they did nothing last week, which is why Geno Smith had to go and pass the ball all game. And he wasn't able to get going. I mean, they only scored 23 points against the Panthers defense. Panthers defense has been kind of spotty at times, but they pretty much locked down the Seahawks for the most part of that game. And I don't expect anything more here. I expect much lower score. I don't expect them to score 23 points. Maybe give them 10 to 14 points. And then, the 49ers just run away with it, 24-14, 28-14, keep it under the total under 43.
Yeah, I mean, you're going against the best defense against the run with San Francisco. Best defense against the run, and San Francisco ranks top 12 in passing yards against. So good luck throwing the ball as well. Just all around, arguably one of the best defenses in the league, the best.
So what are you looking at for this weekend? Are you taking anything on the Saturday game? Are you just going to overlook the Saturday games, go to the Sunday? What are you looking at?
Well, first, we got to give a shout out to our friends over at PointsBet. Also, shout out PointsBet. Thank you for doing the right thing and refunding everybody in the form of a free bet every Kyler Murray prop, which is the right thing to do. They did the right thing. I looked for money in my account and I was like, damn it, those bastards didn't put it in there. It got graded as a loss. And then I saw my free bet and I was like, oh, there's a free bet in here. It's called the Good Karma Bet or Good Karma Returns, something like that. I was like,
I like it.
You guys did it. So if you don't have PointsBet, obviously, guys, it is my favorite book. They give out tons of free bets, lightning bets, same game parlays. They give out so much free stuff. So it's great. If you don't have an account, use Playmaker as the code. You can claim up to $2,000 in free bets. And all you got to do is just scan that little QR code right there. Make it nice and easy and take advantage of everything that PointsBet is going to give you.
Oh, yeah. And then you're talking about they're willing to give you back your money in free bets, too. Not many sportsbooks will do that. Some do, but PointsBet is there for you. They work with you. They feel for you.
Like a good neighbor. PointsBet is
That's right.
But for these Saturday games, well, I got some on Saturday, some on Sunday. First one I'm looking at here is a trend that I saw earlier today that I wanted to lock in ASAP. So the Bears and the Eagles both have the best over records in football. Both of them are 9-4 on the over. Eagles have hit this 7 out of the last 8 games. Bears have hit it 7 straight games. Eagles, you got the number 1 scoring offense in football, right? Scoring 30 points per game, which is insane. That bodes well for the Bears defense, who gives up the 3rd most points in football. That's a recipe for an over, right? So Bears are averaging just over 20 points per game. Last good defense they played was the Jets on that rainy game. They only put up 10 points. Weather may have played a factor in it, but here's the storyline maybe to consider. Eagles just secured a playoff spot. Not saying they're going to let their foot off the pedal, but maybe a few coverages get blown. Maybe it's not as tight as previously before. So for all those reasons, over 48.5.
Makes sense. I mean, Fields should be able to run all over the Eagles. Let's be honest. I mean, he runs all over everybody, to be honest, really. And then Hurts, the Bears defense is not stopping Hurts of any which way form possible. He's not stopping. They're not stopping Hurts. They're not stopping Sanders. They're not stopping AJ Brown, and the list goes on and on and on. So high scoring game. I think 48.5 is kind of a gift considering probably it should be lined around like 52. If I'm really lining this right, I believe I think it's going to be high scoring. I mean, both teams don't have the best defense, but the Bears are going to need to play catch up, and the Eagles are just going to run away with it. If not,
Yeah. The only thing I got to start considering at this point in the season too is health for your players and sitting them at some point in the game, right? So I don't know when that comes into play, but it's going to be soon. This week, next week, something like that. We're starting to look at maybe a little less snap counts for certain players.
I mean, makes sense, but the Eagles should at least get up to 30 points before they just say deuces to the starting cast, and then the Bears are going to have to make some type of comeback, put out some type of points against the backups, and they'll get those garbage time, points. We've seen in the past. Giants did it as a backdoor cover against the Cowboys for no fucking reason. Why can't the Bears? So that's what I think. But I do have a Saturday slate game. I'm gonna take the under 42.5, which is pretty much a public type of bet, but I'm okay with it considering the climate that these two teams are going to have to play in. I wouldn't say a ton of snow, anywhere from like 2 to 6 inches, but it's going to be cold as fuck. It's going to be fucking freezing, probably in the single digits with the wind chill, 10 to 15 mile per hour winds. Both these teams have actually been struggling as of late. You have the Bills put up only 20 points against the Jets. Granted, Jets are a good defense, but 20 points is 20 points. You're only putting up 20 points with Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, and company. No bueno. And then you have the Dolphins putting up a measly 17 points against the middling Chargers defense. And you have Tua only throwing for 145 yards and 1 touchdown. That's not good. Bills defense is way better than the Chargers. They should be able to put the Dolphins offense, which is starting to stutter at this point, we're getting into the postseason, and they're stuttering at the wrong time. Jalen Waddle is kind of injured still. I believe he's still injured. And it's showing. He's only got 3 catches over the last 2 weeks or so. That's not good. They're not looking good at the right time. I think both offenses are going to be lacking, especially in the cold. They're just going to play good defense, and I feel like Allen's just going to be able to do enough to get a win, 17-10 or something like that. I can't fathom these two teams just going blow for blow, in such a cold climate at 8:30. It's not a day game either. Mixed matters even worse. I think Josh Allen's going to be the leading rusher of this game as well. I'm expecting a lot of rushing from him. Maybe a touchdown or 2 on the ground, and just play good defense, keep it out of the Dolphins' hands, run the rock, and get the job done. I got the Bills winning as well, but I also like the under 42.5 even more because of everything I just said.
Yeah, we know how soft those Florida boys are, right? Shout out to everyone in Playmaker in Florida. Y'all soft, can't deal with the cold.
Oh, fuck that. I want nothing to do with snow ever again. I don't want to shovel it. I don't want to take it off my car because I'm from New York, New Jersey, and I'm down here in Miami. We're chilling in this 82-degree weather today. I don't want anything to do with any of that.
I want some snow, man. I'm sick of it. I feel like it's not like holiday. It's not Christmas. It was like, 40 degrees. There's no snow on the ground. I'm like, bro, this is bullshit. I want some snow. It's polar bear season. You know what I mean?
That's true. You do want a white Christmas, right? But
yes,
fuck that at the same time.
Yeah, dude. Plus, being chubby, dude, love the cold weather. Nobody likes to sweat all the time. Fuck that. I actually have a play in this game as well, man. Let me tell you this. So both of these teams met in September. Dolphins edged them out 21-19. Like you mentioned, I think we saw how bad Tua looked against the Chargers, who has a defense who's not even healthy. The week before, they got smoked by the 49ers. They ranked 22nd in points against. They're going against the number 4 scoring offense in football. I still think Josh Allen is hurt. I don't think he looks right. I don't know if you agree, but he doesn't look the same. They're not playing to their full potential, but the Bills, their under has hit 10 out of 13 games so far this season. Wow. So for this game, I like a same game parlay. It's like essentially a teaser. So you're going to tease the Bills down to -2.5 and then push that over under all the way up to 49.5 and do that under 49.5.
Bro, that's beautiful.
Fucking beautiful. Yeah.
It really, bro, it is. It really is. Because I easily see both of that hitting.
Right? I mean, get it under a field goal, and that under, like you said. So I'm all for it. That's what I'm playing.
Bro, I think that's spot on. Like I said, I'm already under 42.5. Now imagine getting 7 more points on top of that.
Right.
Come on.
And technically, too, it's a short week if you want to think about it, because that's a Saturday game,
Yeah, one less day for them to practice on Saturday, getting acclimated, and it's gonna be cold as fuck.
Yeah.
Cold. I don't want anything. Don't want none of that cold. All right. Moving to Sunday. Going with the same trend I did last week, right? I am going to fade the team that's running hot and is somehow a dog, right? You're talking about the Lions. They're fucking wrecking shit. 5-1 in their last 6. They're beating teams like the Vikings who were 10-2. A lot of people call them frauds, and I understand that. I'm a fan, so. But this is the same sentiment here. The Lions are running hot, but why are they a dog in this spot? As against a Jets team that just mustered up 12 points in their last game. Well, that's because the books want you to bet it. That's what they do. They line things so you think, oh shit, this is easy money.
Lions didn't fall for it in that Lions-Vikings game, though.
Ooh, no, we did not. And I'm a Vikings fan, and I bet against it because I knew damn well that was going to happen. And same shit's going to happen here. Lions defense, yes, has gotten better, but they're still not good. I mean, Kirk Cousins threw for over 400 yards against them. 400 yards. Kirk Cousins threw against them. I mean, come the fuck on. Their defense is not as good as people are trying to make it out to be on all these shows and that. No, they're just getting hot at the right time offensively. But Goff is absolutely fucking terrible on the road. You're talking about a guy that drops from like 263 yards per game at home to only 215 yards on the road. That's a pretty steep drop off because he's just not good on the road. He's good in the dome. He's not good in the elements.
Yeah, in the dome.
Right? The Jets are going to feast here defensively. They're one of the better defenses in the league as well. Look what they did against Josh Allen. Granted, like you said, Josh Allen probably still injured, but still, Sauce Gardner is going to absolutely lock Amon-Ra St. Brown the fuck up. He's probably going to have under less than 5 catches and under less than 75 receiving yards. Sauce Gardner is fucking elite. And I expect him to shadow him the entire game and just put him on an island and just lock him down. And who's going to beat him? Who are they going to beat? Josh Reynolds is going to beat them? No. DJ Chark? No. Jamison Williams? No. I mean, let's be honest.
Jets trying to look at the injury report. Where's No, I'm just looking at the injury report now to see who was on it. But no, I'm not seeing.
But anywho, as far as this game goes, I feel the Jets are going to do what the Lions did to the Vikings. Not obviously put up a ton of points, right? But I feel they're going to go in there and take a spot where a lot of the public is. Sorry about that. It just fell a little bit on me, but a lot of the public is definitely going to bet the Lions here. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, that's what they do. The public goes with the hot team, especially when they're getting points. So give me the Jets here, and I'll lay the 1 point for the Jets.
Right. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't know what the money line is, but yeah, that 1 point, whatever it is.
Right. I think it's like
Now,
minus one.
yeah, probably only a few points higher. It's got to be. But Garrett, before we get into my last pick over here, I want to address something that we get asked all the time about our statistics and analysis and where do you guys get this? Just off the top of your head. No, guys, we have friends over at FTN Bets, and they have a 3 free day trial. Go ahead and claim it there. You just scan that little QR code. 3 free day trial. It's got analysis, statistics that you can look into, dive into these teams so you can make your own decisions and your own analysis on what makes sense for you, how you're going to bet a game, defense, ranks, all this kind of good stuff. So it's a free 3-day trial. Give them a chance. Playmaker for the code. And that's that. And you be as smart as us. Not as good looking, but just as smart or informed, at least as informed.
Yeah, I mean, great stuff over there. Great stats. We use their tools as much as any other tools possibly out there. Head over there, get all the great info to help you make the best educated guess to put money in your pocket.
Some more information that I found over there was in my next pick here, Cardinals versus Broncos. This might be the most boring game of the week, which is telling me under 36 for the
Or
reasons.
maybe the year.
I don't know. There was some pretty stinkers on Thursday night earlier this season. I can't
But
recall.
but is Colt McCoy and Russ Wilson's backup?
Maybe, yeah. Well, that's the thing is that we were looking.
Shoot out.
I was looking. Russell Wilson, he is progressing through concussion protocol, so they're saying he is
Okay.
progressing through, which is good. Might be a game time decision. Doesn't really matter. Broncos defense is not giving up any points to Colt McCoy. This Cardinals offense led by Colt McCoy, who put up 13 points against the Patriots on Monday. They are ranked 4th best for points against. They're giving up the 5th fewest passing touchdowns, the 7th fewest rushing TDs. I'm talking about the Broncos. They're not scoring, dude. This Broncos defense, legit. Is Russ playing? Dude was in La La Land after he got hit. That was, I mean, I know you're not supposed to make fun of like concussions and stuff, and it's serious, but dude was like blanked out. He was just like, So regardless, if he plays, not going to play, it doesn't really matter. Broncos are eliminated from the playoffs, right? They got nothing to play for. Their coach is a dummy. They might just try and protect Russ, so we got his backup in there. But we all know Broncos unders have been a moneymaker this season. All aboard the gravy train. Broncos unders have hit 11 out of 13 games this season. I'm not jumping off the train yet because it's been good all season. Under 36. That's a low number, but it's good.
Yeah, unfortunately, the one time it did go with the trend of taking the under, they decided to put up over 20 fucking points. So, that happened with me. But for some reason, when it happens, when you take the under, they fucking score nothing. They score absolutely nothing. And the funny part is they're going to score absolutely nothing against a trash defense in the Cardinals, which is the funny part. Like,
Right.
I take them going, I thought the Chiefs defense would be a little bit better, at least better than the Cardinals. I guarantee you they will not be.
No.
So yeah, I like the under as well. I think touchdowns and points are going to be at a massive premium in that game. Yeah, I don't really got much else for Sunday slate, but do you have anything else for Sunday, or we're going to go right into PrizePicks?
Yeah, we'll just get right into the good stuff. PrizePicks. Guys, if you don't know what PrizePicks is, it's a fun game that you can bet on and win money. You're going to take more than or less thans, player props. So it's very easy. I'm sure you guys are very familiar with it. You can scan that QR code. They're going to give you a deposit, match your deposit up to $100. You put $100 in, they'll give you $100 back. It's free money. Might as well use it. Hey, do you know if there's any free entries? You know how sometimes there was like that Justin Jefferson one. I don't know if you saw if there were any this week.
Unfortunately, no. I don't think there's any freebies this week because last week they gave out, the Justin Herbert. But if you do go on, PrizePicks, they have a Discord chat and they let everybody vote on what they call Taco Tuesdays. And Taco Tuesdays, they normally have discounted prices on some of these player props. So, stay in tuned through their Discord chat, stay in tuned on their website. Normally on Tuesdays, they give out a discounted, pick or player prop. And normally those are juicy, but this week, nothing for the NFL slate, unfortunately.
I have 3 picks. It's 1 entry, 3 picks. So first one, Deshaun Watson. Under 1.5 passing. I'm sorry, less than 1.5 passing touchdowns. The language is very important, guys, just so you know. Deshaun Watson, less than 1.5 passing touchdowns. That hit in both games he's played this season. They love to run the ball. He's still not accustomed to playing in the NFL. Again, going up against a Ravens defense who's only giving up just over 17 points in their last 3 games. He also threw a pick in both those games too, so you could double down here. Less than 1.5 touchdowns, and also you could put more than half of an interception as well. Next one, I got Stephon Diggs over 71.5 receiving yards. That has hit 10 out of 13 games. Going against this Miami's defense, like I said, we talked about Miami, and this game is going to be cold. So I don't know if maybe now that we're talking about that cold, I don't know how confident I feel about that. But this Miami defense ranks 23rd in opponent passing yards per game, 242, worse, 251 over their last 3. Last game, they gave up 350 passing yards. Yikes. That's the second entry. My last one, Chris Olave, over 53.5 receiving yards. That has hit 9 out of 12 games, going against a bad defense in Atlanta, who ranks 27th in passing yards allowed. So those are the 3. I got to come up with a name for them. That's what we got to do, is we got to make a graphic and then come up with a name, and then these people can see if they were going to ride or fade it.
Right? Yeah, I mean, you got 3 good ones. I'm gonna add 2 more to that, so we can have a nice little 5 pick entry. A nice little 5 pick entry, because you hit all 5 is 10-1 odds, and I love that. All right, so I'm gonna take Christian McCaffrey more than 78.5 rushing yards. I know that's a steep number here, but hear me out. Short week. He should get a ton of carries. Deebo Samuel not going to cut into his workload at all. It's only Mason that's really going to spell him when he's tired and keeping him fresh. So we're going to see 20-plus carries from Christian McCaffrey. He should be able to get over this mark against the worst run defense in the entire league, who just got decimated against the Panthers with Deontay Foreman and Chuba Hubbard. Terrible backfield right there. Christian McCaffrey should have a monster game, and I expect him to look great here for the playoff push. And last but not least, I don't know why this is like that. It's supposed to be, I'm just going to say it anyways. It's Justin Herbert over 290.5 passing yards. I know that's a little steep here, but he's going against the Tennessee Titans. And we saw what Trevor Lawrence was able to do against that god-awful pass defense of the Tennessee Titans. I don't expect anything less from Herbert, especially at home. Finally, we're seeing the potential of these Chargers. Their offense is electrifying now that everybody's healthy. Even Palmer as a number 3 receiver getting in work.
Mike Williams was shining.
Then you have Keenan Allen, Everett at tight end, Austin Eckler out of the backfield. I mean, that offense is humming, and I expect them to keep humming against one of the worst defenses in the league. I expect that to be really high scoring too, albeit Tannehill actually did pretty well in terms of putting up numbers, over 250 yards, 2 touchdowns. So I feel like they're going to be able to keep up a little bit to make it competitive where the Chargers aren't blowing them out. So, yeah, I think Herbert should definitely go over this mark here. I mean, 290.5 against one of the worst pass defenses in the league. Sign me up.
Love it. Sign me up. That is the show on the dot at 30 minutes. This is the most informative, best football betting show, 30-minute football betting show, right?
Right. Absolutely.
On Twitter, on social media. Thank you guys for watching. We will be back again next Wednesday. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff. We will be posting our winners, obviously, as they happen. That's always fun for us to do. So thanks for watching, guys. Reach out on all of our socials, all that good stuff. Garrett, my man. I'll see you next Wednesday, all right?
See you then, bro. See you then.
All right.